The Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, Tom Watson, was granted an urgent question in the House of Commons this morning. This is part of it.
Has the Minister resigned? If not, why is she not here answering this urgent question or sitting by him on the front bench?
The Minister in question is the Sports Minister, Tracy Crouch, who's known to be unhappy about the government's decision to delay the lowering of the limit on the stakes in fixed odds betting terminals, or FOBTs. This was the response of her boss, Jeremy Wright, the Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport.
My honourable friend, the Minister for Sport and Civil Society, was travelling back this morning. It seemed to me unwise to rely on public transport or London traffic to be sure of her being here. So we made arrangements for me to answer questions.
And he went on to explain why the decision was delayed.
The reduction in stakes for fixed odds betting terminals is an important change, and it is the right thing to do. But there are several factors to consider in determining the date from when it should take effect. The most important, of course, is to do this as soon as possible to prevent further harm. And the government was urged in an early day motion in June of this year and by the FOBT APPG not to wait until April 2020 to do so. And we have not done so. But it was also right to consider planning to reduce the effect of job losses for those working in betting shops on the high street and allowing time for that planning to take effect.
Jeremy Wright, well, he mentioned there the FOBT APPG, which means the Fixed Odd Betting Terminal All Party Parliamentary Group, and its chairman is the Labour MP Carolyn Harris, who joins us now. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Now, you said don't wait till 2020. They are not. They are, as I understand it, bringing it forward till autumn next year, and perhaps not as early as you'd like, but it is happening in a year's time, isn't it?
Yeah, but the impact assessment in May said it would be done between 9 and 12 months, which have taken us to May next year. So it should be done at the end of April, beginning of May next year. That would be the right thing to do.
And the fact that it's been delayed?
The fact that it's been delayed is going to mean that the industry, in that short space of time between May and October, will gain nearly £1 billion in profits, which to me is completely immoral.
But the argument that Jeremy Wright put forward was that one of the things they needed to balance was for the industry to get ready, the effects on jobs. It was right to bring it in, but they needed to effectively smooth the change.
In the terms of jobs, why have they got single staffing in bookies, and why have they got self-service terminals? If they're so concerned about redundancy, there's an opportunity to redeploy people and to take out the self-service terminals and have more than one person working in a shop at a time. On the side of the machines, we had a recent APPG meeting where the machine manufacturers told us, who are on a profit share, by the way, from the profits of the machines, told us that they would need 9 to 12 months to actually adapt the machines. We asked if they had made preparations for that, and they said they wouldn't make preparations until the industry, i.e. the bookies, had told them to make it. So they were saying that they couldn't do it without the bookies' permission. When we pushed them and said that if it was implemented in April next year, could they do it in that time frame? They said yes, so it can be done.
Now, why does it matter? Because you're angry about the amount of profits they're making, but they are employing people, that is money being spent. What is the damage from waiting 6 months longer?
Suicides, devastation, family breakup, unemployment, homelessness. It is an addiction like alcohol, like drugs. It is causing devastation on the high streets in the terms of antisocial behaviour. What it's doing to families, it's tearing families apart, and it's taking people's lives.
What do you make of Tracy Couch's decision not to be there this morning? Have you heard from her? Because she was sort of spent 3 years on this review, and there has been some suggestion that she's not entirely happy about the delay, but she has also only just got flown back from the United States.
Yeah, and I mean, Tracy Crouch is unhappy about this, and I think she's a very brave and she's a very principled woman, and she knows that this decision is wrong.
Have you spoken to her?
I've not spoken to her, but...
Or had messages with her?
I've had communication with Tracy, and I can tell you that she is angry, she is upset, and she will do the right thing.
Which means what? Well, hold on a second, because there's a suggestion she's going to resign.
Well,
do you think she is?
I hope she doesn't need to. I hope she doesn't need to resign. I hope that the government sees sense and that they actually may take the implementation to April next year, and that will solve the problem all round.
So you're saying that Tracy Couch is saying to the government, if you don't introduce it in April, I will resign?
That is what has been reported in the media.
Oh, OK. You haven't heard that from her? I mean, obviously the media tend to report things correctly. I'm not making but we're asking you because we're assuming you're going to actually
people close to her are suggesting that is what she intends to do, and if she does, I commend her for her bravery.
Right. So and that's what you would argue that she should do, because it shouldn't be waiting 6 months.
We can't afford to wait 6 months. If you've got people knocking on your door, and I have mothers coming to me who've lost their sons because of this addiction, I have families coming to me because they've been made homeless, there's antisocial behaviour, the cost to the Treasury is far more than they will gain from the 6 months implementation. The only people who will gain from this delay in implementation are the bookies and the machine manufacturers.
Carolyn Harris, thank you very much.
My pleasure.